My name is Pam McAllister and I live in Portland, Oregon. In 2017, I was prophylactically placed on antibiotics to ward off an infection following spine surgery. Like too many patients and loved ones affected by C. diff, I had never heard of it. I was given no information, leaving me with countless questions, and I had to find the answers on my own. That summer, I was diagnosed with C. diff. My symptoms first appeared as an agonizing pain in my abdomen that radiated into my back. It wasn't until several days later that I began having diarrhea. I was treated in the emergency room when my symptoms continued to worsen and I was starting to show signs of dehydration. Over the course of the next year, I would suffer 4 recurrences, each one worse than the previous, each one landing me in the intensive care unit with sepsis. I was placed on 3 antibiotics to combat C. diff and received a fecal microbiota transplant, all of which failed. My hopes of getting rid of C. diff were fading. My care was eventually transferred to an infectious disease doctor, and I was given an infusion of bezlotoxumab. When I was diagnosed with C. diff, my husband and I faced many challenges. The first was, how do we protect our kids? At that time, my kids were young, only 10 and 7, and I was a stay-at-home mom. This quickly became something we couldn't shelter them from, something we couldn't hide. How was I going to continue being their caregiver? The reality of not being able to care for my kids from day to day and needing to have a plan in place when I needed to go to the hospital was something I never thought I would have to do, but quickly became our world. The emotional and physical toll this took on me is something I still deal with today. The emotional scars from multiple stays in the intensive care unit, the constant fear of succumbing to C. diff or sepsis, and the countless ramifications from the physical damage done by C. diff will always be a part of who I am. It was the emotional toll it took on my husband and kids that left me lost. Through counseling, friends and family, and constant communication, we have learned to deal with the fears left behind and cherish every moment we are given together. Today, I'm happy to say I am healthy. I have a voice to share my story, educate others about C. diff and the potential dangers of antibiotics, and be a shoulder to cry on for others suffering. I want people affected by C. diff to know they aren't alone. There are resources to help them navigate life during an infection and after. Bringing awareness to C. diff has become my passion. No patient should ever be left to find answers on their own.